Hey, Colts Nation, do you want peace of mind while surfing the internet and while also viewing our content safely? Well, now you can, thanks to our sponsor, Aura. It's no doubt, guys, with the internet becoming so massive and new information being put out there every single day, identity theft has become one of the biggest forms of threat in the world. It's important that you guys remain safe out there on the internet while doing all the things that you do. Let Aura be able to help you. Some of you may have things like Aura already, but this allows you to protect everything on all of your devices all in one place rather than having several different apps all at once, making it easier to track everything and helps your wallet. Aura monitors the dark web to protect your personal information. It checks all of your devices for malware, gives you guys one-click VPNs to help you when you're shopping online, and so much more. You can even get credit score checks and alerts for suspicious activities if something's going on with your cards. If you want to stop people from getting access to your personal information online, be sure to go to our sponsor, aura.com/bringthejuice, or scan the QR code and get a 14-day free trial and see for yourself the benefits Aura can provide for you. Allow Aura to protect you so you can get back to surfing the internet safely and enjoy your favorite Colts content creators. What is going on, Colts Nation? Welcome back to another episode of Bring the Juice. Your guy, Derek Larger, with you again. And guys, just wanted to go ahead and make a quick video recapping some of the things that happened today at the training camp media interviews. There was a lot of different people that talked with the media. Michael Pittman, DeForest Buckner, Zaire Franklin, Ryan Kelly, Chris Ballard was one of them, and a few other people as well. But wanted to go over just some of the highlights from today. First things first, Jonathan Taylor, Tyquan Lewis, and Will Mallory all will be on the PUP list to start training camp. Chris Ballard stated that Tyquan and Will Mallory are both very close to returning. And then Jonathan Taylor's absence and put on the PUP list comes literally like an hour or two before the time that I'm recording this. So this was kind of a late edition. I made a video already talking about, what might be the underlying cause of why that this is happening. But nevertheless, the Colts running back is going to start on the PUP list for the season. Now, any of these guys can be activated at any time. It just depends on what we're going to see. And another player that has not been placed on the PUP list, which is a tremendous sign, and that is Shaq Leonard. He actually passed his physical today, and that now means that he will be ready to go for camp. Now, he is not going to be cleared for full contact yet. He will be doing individual drills to start out, but at the end of the day, we're still going to see Shaq Leonard out there doing drills, being involved with the team. That's the important thing. And then we'll see him slowly get implemented as the Colts coaching staff deems him ready to be. So that's really awesome. A couple other things that Ballard had gone over in regards to the talks about the contract. There really wasn't a ton of them that he said. He said that he was speaking with him today and said that they asked if, contract talks were to advance into the season. He said that he would be comfortable with that. So it doesn't sound like Ballard is in a severe hurry to get a deal done. And we all are kind of implementing on the circumstances surrounding Jonathan Taylor being in the PUP list category. We're wondering if that has any implications of that being the case. But anyways, a couple other things. Ballard had talked about, the thing of drafting 3 young corners, talking about whether or not that was planned or anything else. And he said even in the wintertime that they were wanting to go young at cornerback. So this was a decision that was made a long time ago. He said that the Isaiah Rodgers stuff going on was news to him, and it did not impact the decision to do that at all. Other quick thing, guys, Andrew Ogletree, the tight end, and Julius Brents, our young star corner that we're hoping to get, will be limited to start training camp. Remember, Brents is coming off of that wrist surgery, and Ogletree is just getting back from his injury. A couple other things. I again talked about the Rodgers situation. He stated that he was upset about the whole Rodgers thing and the gambling. He said the NFL rules are pretty clear. Just don't gamble. Upset that it had to come to that, and having to remind guys of the importance of that. And then when we talk about the offensive line, again, Ballard talked about how he is confident in the O-line's progression from last year, and even mentioned Bernhard Raimann specifically, and talks about how that's why the Colts really haven't felt the need to go big on the free agent market for the offensive line. Now, I think we all agree that, this was the same strategy that Ballard had for the offensive line last year, and it turned out to be an epic failure. Now, I will say that the circumstances are a little different. Bernhard Raimann is clearly a better left tackle right now, even now than what Matt Pryor ever was. So that kind of makes things feel a little bit better right now. The only real position that everyone is questioning is the right guard position. Who's going to step up and be that guy? But clearly, this feels like deja vu all over again. That Ballard just isn't really investing much in the offensive line and just letting it go with the unit that he has. A couple other things. Richardson did officially sign his rookie contract today. His fully guaranteed $33 million. So good that Richardson finally put the pen to the paper. And then actually Pittman had a few things to talk about with Anthony Richardson, and just to give you guys an understanding of just how much time Anthony Richardson is putting into the playbook and wanting to get things done. Pittman says it's actually hard at times to get his attention for how much time he puts into his playbook study. Pittman, with all the work that Richardson puts in, he states, I can't see him not being successful in this league. So that's awesome to hear. Pittman, who's going into a contract year, had that to say about Richardson, and it shines a great light on the young rookie quarterback. A couple other quick things. DeForest Buckner says expectations are still high of themselves. They know that there's not a lot of expectations placed on them this year by the outside world and the media. But him and Zaire Franklin have said that, that's the beauty of it. You get a chance to write your own story, but we still have a high expectation of us to win games, try to get to the playoffs, all of these things. So clearly, the inside the locker room, the attitude is remaining the same, and that's to get to where they want to go. Last thing to talk about, Kenny Moore gave a remarks when asked about wanting to come back to Indianapolis and wanting to remain in Indianapolis for the remainder of his career. He gave an empathetic hell yeah. So clearly, Kenny Moore talking about how last year just really didn't feel at home and it really impacted his play a lot, and says he's trying to start fresh and starting to try to get back to the old Kenny Moore that we're used to seeing. So that's really going to do it for this one, guys. That's just some tidbits of, what happened with the media today. Let me know your guys' thoughts on some of these things, and let me know if there's something I missed, if something you want us to talk about later going on. Obviously, the Colts have practice tomorrow, and then Cody and I will be at training camp on Friday. So, we got some practices this week. Be sure to tune in for all the content. We're going to make sure we're trying to keep up to date with you guys for as much training camp news as possible. Thank you guys again so much for all the support. And as always, go Colts.